Okay, timing iPad, all right. We will be
Okay.
doing Kahoot later, so I hope you guys can join later, but I will give a link in the chat box as well. Okay, so it should not be a problem, all right? Okay, give me a minute. There's 14 of us. Okay, all right. Looks like quite a few of you is using handphone, but nevertheless, not to worry. It should not be a huge problem. All right. Okay. So now, all right. Okay. So the topic today, okay, the title is Five Habits of Customer Service Pros Who Wow Every Time. All right. We want to create this habit of someone. Can somebody mute? Okay, Arshad, you're using hold on, hold on, somewhere. Okay, can you guys help me to mute? All right, I will try to finish this within an hour, and I want you all to participate as well. And please drop your questions in the chat box. I will read them. Okay, and also if you need to talk, you can also unmute. All right, as long as it's not noisy at the back lah. Okay. Okay. All right, so what we're doing today is to create that habit so that you will become the customer service pros. Okay, not just pro, but we want to wow. Okay, because we want from ordinary service to extraordinary experience. Okay. All right, before we go, okay, to course of overview objective, please tell me a bit about yourself. Tell me where you are from. Okay, type in the chat box. See how fast your fingers are moving around the exercise sikit kan. Okay, tell me where you're from and tell me which industry are you in. All right, you still have some friends coming in. Okay, type in the chat box where you are from. Okay, which part of Malaysia. And also tell me which industry are you from so that later we can incorporate your industry into this session as well. All right, so please keep the chat going. All right, please keep the chat going. I haven't seen anyone typing. Okay, hi Fatin. All right, so Ayumi is from Kuantan. Okay, all the way from the Kuantan, IIUM, okay, higher education industry. All right, anyone else? Babani, where are you from? All right, please keep it going. Please type in the chat box. Zaida, Zafran. Okay, Babani from Klang, Selangor Printing. Okay, KPJ, Husnina. All right, you have healthcare. Any hotelier in the house? All right, keep it going, keep it going. Firdaus from Taipei. Yay, Taipei. All right, Firdaus, thank you so much for your support. You ni macam ayah-ayah, anak-anak semua kena register. Dia orang masuk tak hari ni? Okay, Suresh from Penang, machine manufacturing. Okay, heavy industry there. Mira from KL training industry. Hi, Mira. Mira, are you also a trainer? Zaida, Batang Kali, Selangor. Hi, Siroma. Siroma is very important, okay? The busiest job on earth is being Sri Rumah, yeah? Okay, Sri Kembangan, Arshad, QIT business. Okay, medicine, healthcare. All right, Zafran from Perak Hotel. Zafran, where are you from? Which part of Perak? No staff on it, okay. Perlis Hotel Industry, Nuriza. All right, anyone else? Please keep it going. Okay. Fatin from Taiping. Fatin Kimal Okay, Iqbal. Selamat datang. Okay, yang mana yang baru masuk, please help me to scan QR for your attendance. All right, please scan QR. Okay. All right, so let's go into the course overview and objective and what you will gain in this not first lah, just 1 hour, yeah. All right. To understand the wow factors, okay, we will go through case study as well. Okay, to master 5 key habits, tak banyak, we go 5 je, okay. 5 key habits of what you can do to create that wow. Doesn't matter from which industry you are in, because each one of us will deal with a client, a customer, and guest, all right? And we want you to be able to apply in real time, okay? So when understanding the wow factor, we want to recognize the difference between average service to experience. Experience like something that your client, your customer, or your guest will remember for a long time. Okay? And when you talk about mastering 5 key habits, we want you to learn and adopt some of the behaviors that the top tier service professional consistently use. Okay, I will share them in this session. All right, and we want you to be able to practice and reflect on techniques that is suitable to your each unique industry, and also to enhance customer engagement and loyalty. Okay, when we have that customer keep coming back for the business, what happened to us? Is it easier to uh, retain and maintain the customer, ataupun is it easier to find new customer? What do you guys think? Which one is easier? To maintain and retain existing customer, or pergi cari new customer? You know, like you really go and cold calls, you know. Which one is easier to maintain?
Maintain current customer.
Yes, okay, because they already accept you as you are, and then as long as you keep on servicing them, you keep on giving, you know, not just things they want, but always surprise them. All right, so they will keep coming back to you. Not only that, they will start talking about you, and they will start sharing the experience with their friends. And you know, these days when everything can go viral, kan? Okay, so what we want is that you all go viral for the good thing, not viral for the not so good thing lah. Okay, so we want you to be able to do that. All right, so we want you to elevate ordinary service, okay, like biasa-biasa like that, to extraordinary experience. Kita tak nak suam-suam dah, we want to be extraordinary. Okay, a little bit about me. All right, I'm a hospitality trainer. I do leadership as well, more towards the hotel industry. And I'm also the founder of MAPS Training and Consultancy Services. Okay, my area of expertise is customer service, but my really niche is housekeeping, the hotel housekeeping. And I would say I am OCD. So imagine OCD housekeeping trainer. So you do the maths lah, all right? And also team development and upskilling team to win customers from the heart. Okay, I start to have this dream to be in this hotel industry since I was 13. Okay, the first guest I attended to when I was 15. So that was like very, very long time ago, like over 35 years. Okay. All right, let's look at the module. There will be 3 modules during this session. First one is you want to look at the power of first impression. Penting tak first impression? If it's important, type yes. If it's not important, type no. Is it important? Yes or no? Yes, okay, it's very important, right? It's very important. Kalau kata no, kita tutup kedai. Alright, so first impression. Okay, you pernah pergi kedai kan? Alright, it doesn't matter lah where you go. Pergi DIY ke, nak pergi KFC ke, even kedai runcit. Kalau masuk-masuk je, the girl is like, bukan diskriminasi ya. Main phone, lepas tu tengok you depan rolling eyes macam lah, datang dah customer. How do you feel if you go into an outlet and you get that sort of cold shoulder from the service provider? What do? You rasa nak pergi makan ni, lapar ni. Okay? You rasa nak pergi makan lah cik kedai lain. Anyone? Mesti put off kan? Tak ada appetite lah kan? Buka masam je, layan tak layan. Macam lah kita menagih hutang kan? Alright? So first impression is very, very important because it creates the next phase of that customer journey. Alright? Okay, active listening and empathy. Alright? And going beyond the extra mile. So these are the 3 modules that we will cover in the next 45 minutes. Okay, so let's look at module 1, the power of first impression. Right? So why, under this topic, we're going to look at why first impression matter, especially in the hospitality industry, the service industry. I guess it works as well in the healthcare industry. I think from my personal experience, healthcare is very, very challenging. You know why? Because people go to you, they're in pain, you know. Not just in pain. You are also needed to handle their punya next of kin, their punya family members. And sometimes to handle them is also another headache. You're having a patient in pain that you need to handle. And then you also have family members yang datang buat kecoh tu is another story lah, okay? But you also need to tackle their emotion. So the first impression when they come into you is very important as well, okay? Same goes to any other industry, alright? The customer comes to you, macam tadi from the training industry, right? So when the client comes to you, they want to sign up for a program. And then when they go to you, buat macam like, okay, what do you want? You know, your nada apa macam tak cun je kan? Alright, so these are the things that will put them off. Okay, same goes as manufacturing as well. Alright. Okay, so we're going to look at the psychology behind the customer expectation and also to look at the quick wins. What sort of greeting techniques and also body language. Okay, sometimes we smile and say, hello, hi, welcome. Kita punya tone, kita punya facial expression, everything counts. Okay? Sometimes people get caught dekat body language kan? Alright? Mungkin dengar nada tu semua cantik lah. Tiba-tiba ada sedikit rolling eyes at the end to echo. Macam like, makcik ni datang lah. Okay? So that one is to be extra cautious lah. Alright? So let's look at the first point here is why first impression matter. Because first impression is where you set the tone for exceptional service. Okay, research shows like the first 7 seconds when the customer enter your organization or your outlet ataupun your shop, that first 7 seconds is crucial. First 7 seconds, pijak je masuk, orang buka pintu, nampak rolling eyes, kau rasa, habis, kill the mood kan? Okay? So, that is a first impression that will just kill the mood. Okay? Especially when it comes to F&B outlet, okay, nak pergi makan, the hotel industry, okay, or any other service industry. Let's say the healthcare. If datang healthcare, you are in pain or any family members in pain, pergi dekat counter nak register tu, tengok muka masam je. But you're in pain. How do you feel? You feel more stressed? Ataupun you will just ignore sebab you're really in pain? Does it affect that your emotion at that time? Ada effect tak? Yes or no?
Ada, sakit hati.
Kan? Dah lah sakit kan? Sakit hati lagi kan? So jadi the stress tu bergulung-gulung lah. Alright? Okay, so first contact is critical because initial interaction from lasting judgment, that first nak jatuh cinta tu is the first 7 seconds. Okay? Things you say first, the first 7 seconds. Alright, so emotional anchoring, guests emotionally linked to the first impression to the overall service quality. Okay, there are people lah, I refer balik I punya hotel industry lah, okay. Contoh I bagi ya, dia dah ambil flight tau, a very long flight, which was supposed to be 13 hours. Tiba-tiba flight delay. Okay, delay dah 5 hours. Alright, dah berapa jam dah? 17 hours. Alright. And then they had to transit for whatever reason, another 6 hours. Okay, so dah accumulate lah. So rasa when that happens, dia punya temperature, mood tu dah macam mana? And they're going for a holiday. Okay, so mood dah tak opportune kan? Alright, and then as they landed to arrive at the destination tu, luggage hilang. Alright, nampak picking up. And then because of the delay, the hotel tak ada orang pergi ambil tau. Okay, there was supposed to be airport transfer, but nobody is there. Alright, and they arrived late, taxi pun susah. Okay, so what is the mood of the guest at that point? Ni tak sampai hotel ni, what is the mood? Like everything totally gone. Okay, to start off the holiday. Right, the mood will be really not good kan. Okay, so sampai hotel tengok, nama tak ada lah cik. First impression the reception tengok dia like macam the weird look. That's number one, tak welcoming. Lepas tu check nama, nama tak ada lah cik, without giving any solution, just like that, bluntly just say off. So what will happen at that guest in that situation? Number one, adakah dia akan explode? Number two, adakah the guest will sit there and cry? Ataupun number three, that will create that first judgment that says that, oh, this hotel is really bad and I'm paying a lot of money. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 3, 2,
1.
4, 1. Okay. I think also create a judgment. Right. So that is emotional anchoring. So guess emotional link their first impression to their overall service quality to the first they tengok you. Okay. All right. Okay. So influence on loyalty. So positive early impression will correlate strongly with repeat business and referral. Like I said just now, when they are very happy about it, they will talk about you, and not only that, they will also bring friends, bring family members. Printing tadi, there's one Bavani printing kan kat Kelang. Okay, even printing. Katalah you go the extra mile. Okay, the guest wanted something. Benda tu you can do it, but then you need more time, and you're being very transparent about it. Okay, and let's say not sangat urgent kan, but you give them solution. So these are the things that will create loyalty, because they know that it's not just about being transparent. They know that you are also trying your best to assist them. Okay, so let's look at a bit of the psychology behind the customer expectations. All right, we want to understand the mental framework of the service encounters. Okay, number one is cognitive biases. That means the guests rely on prior experience and mental shortcuts to assess new service situation. All right. Next one is expectation ataupun disconfirmation theory, which means the satisfaction of the guest arises when service exceeds expectation. All right. Kadang-kadang tengok you go to a 3-star hotel, you know, okay, 3-star hotel is going to be just very basic facilities. Tetapi when you go in, not only that it's clean, not only that it's well, really nice, but the staff is also very welcoming and very friendly, and they always do all the extras to make you feel comfortable, okay, ataupun to make you enjoy your holidays, for example. So these are the things, the small little things. Actually tak pakai duit pun kan, alright? Except nak wangikan lobby tu pakai duit lah sikit kan. But then just by doing all that, it will exceed the expectation. Wow, this is a 3-star, and they're doing, much more than that star rating. Okay. But then when you go to a 5-star, okay, you bayar beribu-ribu, sampai sana, the reception mess up your booking. That's number one. And then there's a very foul smell coming from the corridor or something like that. And then masuk dalam bilik, the aircon tak sejuk, water heater tak panas, and then you find that there's mosquitoes in the room, and it's like high-rise building. So this will be the disappointment because you expected that you spend a lot of money, and it is a a 5-star hotel. You expected more. Tiba-tiba all these things happen. So this will will result to disappointment because tak sampai per expectation. Not only tak sampai, it went way below the expectations. Okay. All right. Emotional contagion. Frontline emotions can transfer to guests, impacting the experience ataupun memory of service. In this context, I would say, if you have problems at home, if you have problems on the way to work, or you get out at the wrong side of the bed that day, okay, your whole aura, your whole negativity will transfer to the guests because it shows. Okay, so sometimes, number one, to cure it, you have to be really passionate about what you do. Okay, especially when you're dealing with guests. Worse, you're dealing with angry guests. Okay, hungry guests, ataupun angry guests, right? And what we can do as a leader ataupun supervisor on that day, you know that, okay, your staff maybe just had a bad day, tayar pancit, and then somebody knocked the kereta or something like that, things are just not going well. What you can do, if the orang tu, staff tu is a front line, you can put her uh, at the side ataupun at the back office to do some administrative work, and you cover until they kind of cool down. Because otherwise, this emotion, dia cepat trigger tau. Okay? When the guest ataupun the customer comes and says something yang tak relate pun, tiba-tiba it will trigger um, a very negative aura lah. So this among other things we can do to support our team members, right? Okay, let's look at some quick wins. Greeting techniques and body language. Okay. Small gestures, big impact. All right. So we cannot say that when we come from a very slightly smaller organization that we cannot win big. We can. Everything comes back to us. What is it that we are showing? What is it that we are displaying? What is it we are giving the guests to make them feel? Okay, so remember, small gestures can also lead to big impact. Okay, how do we do it? All right, number one is warm verbal greeting. All right, maybe you type in the chat box, in your respective industry, what would be the warm verbal greeting that you expect to hear? Yeah, I bagi you 2 minutes. Can you guys type in the chat box what would be the expected warm verbal greeting based on your own nature of business? IIUM mungkin dengan student lah kot ataupun parents. Alright, keep the chat going. I'm giving 2 minutes. We have another half an hour to go. What if verbal greeting ni cantik dah, okay, it's warm, tetapi the front line tu macam takut-takut tau. Alright, will that impact tak? Lack of confidence, ataupun what else? Ataupun as a front line kan, maybe smile and greet, yes, Arlene. A simple good morning, yeah. Good afternoon, how may I help you? Be great. Yeah. Siang Ting Ong, yeah, good. And also the tone, jangan jadi robot lah. Morning. Hey, morning. Macam mau gaduh ya kan. Hi, good morning. How do you feel today? Hi, good afternoon. Okay. I was also a lecturer before this. I find that students these days, this younger generation student ni not really that friendly lah, I would say. I don't know, Cik Suhaimi, what do you think? Those days we have students who's really happy, their tone of voice penting. Uh, it can just be Assalamualaikum, Puan, and then, as they pass, kalau yang non-Muslim, good morning ma'am, madam, apa semua kan. So, um, these are the greetings that we need to instill not just in students, but also in people in our surrounding. Sometimes between us, colleagues kan, okay, morning, how are you today? Okay. So macam when I was in the hotel industry, dekat resort kan, what I like to do in the morning, first people yang akan sampai dekat resort will be the landscaper, kan, kakak-kakak, pakcik-pakcik tu kan, pergi tend to the garden apa semua, so I akan cycle. So I would say lah, good morning, angkat tangan, bye-bye. So I lalu ni semua angkat tangan, bye-bye lah. So we want to create that very warm environment to work in so that everybody is kind of happy. Cuba kata that morning I pergi jumpa muka monyok je macam nak marah je kan. So I guess that sort of apa negative punya aura yang bawa tu is not gonna help anyone lah, right? And this is gonna reflect when they serve the guests. Okay? Yes, confident tone, polite tone, okay. Konon-konon nak warm kan, tapi hati tu geram because maybe hari tu awet dia buat something dia tak suka lah kan. Okay, so bila nada keluar tu macam nak warm, tetapi dia punya tone tu tak berapa cantik lah. Alright. So all these things will also impact the verbal greeting. Okay. So when you do a verbal greeting ni, you start with a personalized, confident, friendly welcome to establish connection. Okay, just like kita macam orang datang rumah kan. Okay, somebody come to our house, kita tengok dia macam like muka serius je kan. So kalau you pergi rumah kawan, muka dia serius, macam nak cakap tak cakap, macam cakap pun marah-marah, you rasa nak duduk lepak tak sana? Yes or no? Kalau yes, type Y. Kalau no, type no. Type N. Pergi rumah kawan, muka monyok je macam nak marah ya. You angkat kaki ke, you duduk melepak. No kan. Tak tidur mamak kan. Mamak lagi lah kan. Alright. Mamak lagi personalize lah. Okay. Alright. Confident body language, open posture, eye contact. Eye contact bukan you tenung dia lah. Jangan seram-seram tak mau lah. And then a genuine smile. When you smile, the whole facial expression should be like, it will reflect in your eyes, your eyebrow, okay, dahi semua, everything lah. Okay. Even when you wear a mask, ni face mask you pakai face mask, perlu tak you senyum? Type 1 if it's a yes, type 2 is a no. Okay. Alright. Yes, pakai mask kena senyum. Orang nampak you punya mata tau. Okay. I'm a student lah dengan staff pakai mask asal muka serius nak. Dia dah pakai mask. Yalah pakai mask mesti senyum lah. Because people can see in your eyes. Okay. Your orang bagus lah. Alright. Open posture. Okay. How you stand. Sama ada you close arm. Okay. Close arm ni macam orang tak minat lah kan. Macam like lah, cepat sikit. Tak pergi barang pun. Macam tu kan. Okay. And then eye contact. Setengah malu-malu kan. Tapi masalah tang awet dia eye contact lah. Yang tak opportune tu tak nak eye contact. Ni tak boleh, tak boleh pilih kasih. Alright, so eye contact is also very important so that we know the customer knows that you are actually giving them full attention. Alright, and then we mirror the guest energy. So you adapt to the tone and pace to align with the guest emotional state and communication style. There are guests who talk softly. Okay, you jangan pula dia talk soft, you pula volume naik kan. Terkejut dia tadi. Okay. There also guests who talk very loud, macam nak gaduh pada, but it's actually the nature. Macam ada orang Kedah lah kat sini. Orang Kedah, Penang cakap, bila cakap tu macam nak gaduh tau tak? Dengar macam nak gaduh, but actually they just talking lah. Alright, so mirror the guest energy when they are loud. It's not necessary that you go loud. Okay, you try to calm down, tone down. Oh, ada orang Penang Azudin Okay. Orang Northern ni agak-agak cakap kasar tak? SM, ada orang Penang like that kan. Okay. Kalau anyone here can speak Hokkien, I think among all the dialect Hokkien yang paling kasar sikit kot. Am I right? Oh, kasar no? Macam my mom lah, bila cakap tu kan, dah lah 3 pulau dia dengar. Dia punya assignment tu lain macam tau. Okay. No serious Okay. I can speak Hokkien lah, but just this lah, now a bit hancur already. Alright, okay. So intonation is very important, but if you are serving your client, your customer, kalau kita from whichever district, whichever apa nama area yang kasar-kasar ni, kita kena maintain gentle lah. Kita kena relax, cool lah. Okay, sebab kita nak serve the client. Right? Okay, so let's go to the next module, which is active listening and empathy. Okay, in this module, we're going to look at how to truly listen and understand customer needs. I did this mistake when I joined the industry. Okay, orang cakap, kita pun nak cakap nak tunjuk pandai kan. Alright. And then the role of empathy in customer service. And also we're going to look at some practical exercise handling difficult customer. So while we are going through this slide, this section, I want you guys to think from your own unique industry. When was last you handle difficult customer? Okay, nanti all unmute bagi contoh. Alright. So how to truly listen, understand customers' needs? Okay. From hearing to comprehension. Sometimes kita mendengar ni, is it just dengar je? Ataupun you dengar untuk memahami. What is it trying to say? Sometimes when the guests come and complain, through my experience, dia akan datang ngingong. Kita pun pegang pen dengan kertas kan. Orang ni cakap kedah, pen dengan kertas, nak tulis ni apa dia. Point tu tak sampai. Alright. So always repeat. When you repeat back, then you tengok you align dengan message sampai. Kadang-kadang dia nak cakap satu benda, bilik tu ada nyamuk, contoh. Tapi cakap tahu ni merah habis, ni allergic lah apa semua. Okay. So sometimes there are guests who go very far, very long, berbatu-batu just to say that, tadi kena ketik nyamuk. Something like that lah, okay. So active listening skill is giving your full attention. Meaning, kalau you ada handphone yang berdering-dering tu, tolonglah off ringing tone, letak tepi, tutup. Okay, bagi full attention. Because when they come to you, especially when they come to you because of any issues or problem, and you are there playing with your phone, memang itu akan menaikkan temperature jugalah kan. Okay. Penang Mali, hari Penang. Okay, use verbal affirmations, right? And clarify to confirm understanding. Always repeat balik. Macam juga when you go to restaurant, kedai mamak I think quite accurate kot dia order. Kadang-kadang dia tengok muka, abang, teh tarik kan. Mamak satu, very personalized. Okay. You buy hari roti canai banjir tak dan cakap dia bagi tahu dah. Tak dan duduk nak cakap benda sampai dah. Tu dia punya excellent Ini Michelin pun tak boleh kalah. Okay. So clarify when they mention something, regardless lah from any industry, please clarify. Sometimes when people communicate, there is breakdown tau. Okay, we try to listen, we try to understand, we repeat. That way we know that what they're saying to align tau. Okay, and what we understand to align tau. Alright, identify unspoken needs. Yang ni kena baca dia punya cue from the punya tone. Okay. Ataupun dia punya body language. Dia datang sebenarnya nak complain. Tetapi you also understand that baru je tadi ni lah awet dengan balak ni baru fight kan. Baru clash. Okay. So bila clash ni dah mood tak seronok lah kan. And then kalau tersepak batu pun semua salah orang lah. Right. So dia akan melarat complain pasal benda lain. Sometimes it's not about you. Okay. To my team, I always say, when the guest is angry, sometimes it's not even about you. They're just having a bad day. Okay, so please extend your warmth and your empathy and just try to understand, you know what, they're just going through a bad day. Just say, apologize, it's sorry, and how we can make it better. Okay, that's about the best thing we can do, right? All right, so always remember, pick up cues from the tone, your body language, okay, and any context to go beyond the surface level concern. And ask the right question. Okay, use open-ended question. Kita nak invite more detailed response ataupun deeper dialogue. Kalau kita tanya soalan yang yes no, dekat tu je lah, kan. Sekali ulang banyak kali, dia marah lah, kan. Betul tak? Okay. Alright, let's look at the role of empathy in customer service. Okay, this is seeing through the guest eyes. Ataupun sometimes we say apa? Standing in their own shoes, or something like that lah, your guest shoes. Okay, so we want to see from the guest eyes. All right, so let's talk about building emotional connection. Okay, this is where empathy strengthens trust and loyalty by validating customer feelings. Contoh tadi bagi yang dia dah flight flight delay lah, luggage hilang lah, hal ni memang tak tahulah, maybe kena mandi bunga kot, kan. Okay, setiap kali travel luggage hilang for whatever reason lah. Okay, so kita letak diri kita as a guest. What happen if we travel like 28 hours nak sampai destination and luggage hilang with all the delay, exhausted semua, and then airline pun tak bagi compensate apa-apa, that you are left kontang-kanting, hotel pun tak hantar transport, and then you nak pergi hotel, Grab pun tak tahu jalan, kan. So all those things will build that emotion, starts building up. Bila sampai tu, you have a person there who welcome you with open arms, with warmth, and then kita as a front line, especially hotel lah, bila guest cakap ataupun bagi flight detail, let's say they're arriving at 8 p.m. contoh, and in the end they end up arriving at 2 a.m. What does that tell you? Delay, kan? Right? So number one, what we want to do is to build emotional connection. Tell them that we understand, we'll try to expedite the check-in process and quickly take them to the room. And if they say, alah, luggage hilang lah, okay? So what we can do is that, okay, do you have the reference number? I can help to follow up. But at the moment, what do you need from us? You need extra pair of clothing ataupun some toiletries. This is what we have. And then probably, okay, just down the road, if you want, one of our member can take you to the nearest 24 hours convenience store to get whatever supplies that you want. Sometimes we can just do that sebab kita tahu dia dah melalui that journey yang sangat-sangat sukar, kan. So extend, and that's how we build emotional connection. Next, how about attention? Ni tengah tension ni, semua nak marah semua, kan. Okay, so how do we diffuse tension effectively? Number one, even as a team, you are in a meeting ataupun you all are working on a project yang dah very last minute, everybody is stretching thin, mood swing lah, okay, masa tu lah, a lot of things happening at the same time. It's like all hell break loose. So how do we diffuse tension effectively? Number one, you need to recognize emotions, all right? That allows staff to de-escalate situation, all right, and respond supportively. Jangan dah panas ataupun dah berapi, you tambah petrol lah, okay? That's not going to work, okay? We have to try to de-escalate the situation by understanding the emotion of your team members. Then sometimes you know siapa yang trigger point ni tinggi, siapa yang dia punya suhu kepanasan tu sangat tinggi, kan. Okay, so detach this person, kita pergi minum dulu ataupun cool down dulu. Alright, then kita sambung balik. Okay, otherwise if everybody if tension is high, you cannot get anything done. Alright. Now, let's look at personalized service. Tadi kita cerita pasal mamak, kan. So, personalized service in any industry, regardless whether you're healthcare, regardless whether you are in the education, you are in the printing atau manufacturing, you can always apply personalized service. Okay, it's about understanding perspective, which will help you tailor responses and create impactful moments. Kadang-kadang personalized service ni, setengah staff tu, dekat bos dia ada personalized service, kan. So ini bodek, kipas, aircon semua cukup, kan. Tapi dekat customer fail. Right? So personal service is of course to your customer. Kita nak return business kan, right? And sometimes, most times, you also have to treat our colleague nice lah. Okay, treat everyone nice lah. Okay, and be kind to everyone. Okay, I asked you guys question tadi kan, handling difficult customer. Alright, turning challenges into opportunities. Anyone wants to share lah? You boleh unmute. I take 3% ke? To share your experience. Ada tak? Very short one, just sharing je. Interesting juga ni. Anyone? Firdaus ada ke Firdaus? Ataupun Cik Suhaimi ke? Ada tak? Handling difficult customer. Kita nak buat role play kalau dekat-dekat boleh kan? Ada tak?
Boleh kot nak share, tapi lama dah.
Boleh, boleh. Okay.
Dulu, I used to work at KFC, jadi manager KFC. Zaman dulu tak macam sekarang. Zaman dulu kena queue buat tu dekat kaunter. And then ada jual dulu, kalau ingat, kita jual barrel kan. Barrel ada bucket. Yang 15 ketul. Dulu ada 21 ketul. So this one time, tengah festive season ni waktu time Chinese New Year, which is memang queue panjang. Lepas tu ayam jam, terpaksa tunggu lama. And then waktu tu jaga store dekat USJ Taipan. Kalau siapa tahu USJ, area USJ Taipan.
Happening lah tempat tu.
Memang betapa queue panjang. Lepas tu festive season, esoknya nak raya Cina, and then orang beli ayam banyak. And then one time tu bila ayam jam maksudnya terpaksa tunggu queue ayam. Dia beli banyak, dia beli 2 barrel. So this customer dia beli ayam, dah tunggu lebih kurang 45 minutes. Dia dapat ayam dia. And then dia balik. Bila dia balik, dia sejam selepas tu dia patah balik. Then dia hempuknya barrel tu dekat kaunter. Dia cakap ayam tak cukup seketul. Dalam barrel tu. So kita pun macam mana sebagai ni nak cakap minta sorry pula. Dia cakap, you senang lah cakap sorry. I dah datang daripada jauh, balik rumah, buka tengok, bilang ayam tak cukup. Datang macam ni, you cakap sorry saja. Lepas tu dia cakap, sekarang macam ni, I datang sini, I tumbuk muka you, lepas tu I say sorry to you. So yang macam mana rasa? Itu difficult customer. Lepas tu dia, bila time tu dia macam buat scene lah dekat area tu kan. Orang tengah ramai, lepas tu scene tu jadi macam tak syok. Last, apa yang buat, I terpaksa compensate benda balik lah. I bagi lagi dinner plate, bagi 3 set. Free of charge lah. Untuk nak compensate. Tapi benda tu jadi experience yang ni lah. Untuk staff lebih hati-hati. Sebab dia dah marah macam Madam cakap tadi lah. Dia dah tunggu lama. Lepas tu dia jadi, orang kata apa, mood dia, emotional dia memang dah jadi teruk kan. Dia dah
belum rapi lah ni.
Tunggu time tu sangat-sangat. Lepas tu memang ayam tak cukup.
Lepas tu ayam pula short. Aduh.
Ya, ayam tak cukup pula. Seketul pula tu dia cakap. Kita pun mana tahu nak orang kata apa, nak
laju.
Nak lawan, nak argue balik pun. Benda tu dah sampai rumah. Betul ke tak cukup seketul. Tapi dia kata dia datang je lah. Sebab dia duduk di Puchong. Tapi dia datang patah balik untuk nak tunjukkan. Jauh lah. I think around 20 km ke to and fro kan. So to if you experience difficult, I will say difficult customer ke tak tahulah. Boleh jadi ke tak?
Betul lah, difficult lah. I think it could be a very nice customer. It's just that situation tu.
Ya, dia mungkin.
Kerana satu ayam dia jadi like entah maybe dekat rumah nak bagi-bagi, okay, seorang 3 ketui lah. Tiba-tiba seorang ni, dapat 2 ketui.
Tak cukup.
So dah berkeling kat rumah sebab tunggu 42 minit, dah lapak semua kan. So
betul,
maybe it also hit lah. Okay, and then jam lagi. You know lah, the road masa nak festive kan. Okay, like everyone outside. So all this kadang-kadang it's not just about kita. Yes, sometimes we make mistake. but then kita tak tahu the journey dia tu, going to get something tu, maybe there's also a lot hurdle untuk dia. Alright,
Betul,
okay, thank
betul.
you for sharing.
Hmm.
Yeah, irritated, okay. Pernah winner the scene the info counter at Marina Bay Sands, but the staff was very professional. Yes, there are people who can maintain. Come tenang je, tengok air muka pun like, okay, sangat impressive. There are people, especially in the industry, when you face customer day in, day out, kena maki hamun, dia akan jadi, not thick face lah, but I would say thick face lah. Kena ludah, kena, I pernah kena tau, okay. Dah lah nak crash majlis orang kan. Lepas tu dia buat scene kat situ. Aduh, sebab nak makan. Okay, so sometimes when you are in the industry where you need to meet challenging people, you need to build that resilience, and you need to tell yourself that this is not about you. The person is just having a bad day. Okay, making a mistake is one, all right, but sometimes it's not even about you. Okay, and that is the worst part. Okay, front line. All right, so in this case, okay, 10 more minutes. You guys okay kalau kita extend sikit? All right, so in this case, always step in their shoes. Okay, macam tadi Cik Suhaimi cakap kan, okay, yes, we understand, dia marah. So we don't know, maybe dekat rumah tu dah tunggu. Dia dah tunggu 45 minit. The journey yang datang tadi is berapa minit dah. And then nak balik berapa minit lagi. Okay. So those accumulate not just dia punya temperature, but when he goes home, kita pun tak tahu what happens at home. Okay. Kena pula ngingong. Dia stress okay. Bila stress, then a lot of things will occur at that time lah. Okay. Alright, so kalau ada role play ni cantik kan. So role play scenario, and then from customer perspective, you build empathy and insight. This escalation techniques ni, okay, macam Alin, you said just now, right? A scene that you pernah witness dekat Marina Bay Sands, alright? When you want to de-escalate any situation, regardless lah, if it involve the customer, ataupun staff among staff, okay, ataupun staff and boss, staff and boss, ataupun anyone lah, okay, like de-escalate technique, sometimes kita kena read the room, okay, and then we need to practice language that actually will diffuse anger. You pernah dengar tak? I always say benda-benda orang cakap yang suka buat orang marah ni, yang kadang wrong words at the wrong time. Pernah tak? Okay. You are not helping, but you ni macam menambah petrol tau. Okay. So sometimes when you want to diffuse anger, you have to be mindful of what you say. Use words yang akan tone down the situation, yang akan tenangkan semua orang daripada macam cucu-cucu. Okay. Contoh okay, dah lama marah. Itulah dia ni memang kita tambah petrol lah kan, lagi lah angin je tak. Alright. Because sometimes when you are in that zone yang you dah marah, it takes only split second untuk you break tau. Alright. Sometimes what we can do as colleague, work colleague, katalah contoh kita ambil lah. Zaida dengan Arlene ni gaduh kan. Tak tahulah gaduh pasal apa. Ayam tak cukup kot. Okay. So gaduh, maybe we can just try to detach them. Okay, Zaida, relax. Okay, jom kita pergi. Wrong words with anger. Okay, so kadang kita boleh detach. Kita ni macam, bystander lah. Okay. You don't be part of the problem. Kalau you bystander nak tolong diffuse, don't be a part of the problem. You kena meleraikan situasi. Okay, Zaida, relax, tak apa, jom. Okay. Then somebody else, okay, Alin, don't worry. Alin will take care of this. Okay. So relax dulu. Alright. Itulah Zaida sensitif. Ayam tak cukup. Okay, Ana Pirana. Ini tak boleh. Ini kena tokak ni. Alright. So practice language and posture that diffuse anger and keep dialogue constructive. Tapi ingat kalau kita duduk dalam suasana yang everyone is angry, kadang-kadang kita pun naik temperature kan, walaupun tak ada kena-mengena kan. Betul tak? Okay, if that happen, minum air sejuk, tenangkan. Alright, because that aura that they give out tu kan, dia macam make your temperature go upstairs tau. Okay. Alright, so reflective learning. Yang ni kalau you buat activity, they will do reflective learning lah, debrief, and then kita akan identify lah the strength and areas of improvement. Alright, let's look at the last module, which is going beyond the extra mile. In this topic, we will anticipate guest needs before they ask. Okay, personalization strategies yang create that wow moment. All right, and we look at four case studies, real world example of great service. Okay, now anticipate guest needs. That means we are being proactive in service, and this will become competitive advantage. I would say even healthcare can also do this. Contoh boleh reverse jap slide, tak sempat. This one ke? You all nak slide ke? I boleh PDF kan and share with the email. Bukan? Which one? Which one, Zaidah? Nak, ya ke? Yang mana, Zaidah? This one? Okay, nanti I share lah. Okay. Make sure you all nanti last kali akan share attendance Make sure semua bagi attendance Sekejap lagi tak boleh cari you all tau. Which one, Zaidah, which slide? I'm showing you the right side. Share slide, please. This one ke? Oh, done. Okay, sure. Alright, okay. Ada gangguan sikit. Alright, anticipate guest needs. Sometimes, if you're attending to the same guest, doesn't matter lah patient ke, ataupun I think even student you boleh anticipate dah dia cakap apa. Macam mama nampak muka you dia tahu ini dia tarik kan. Buih tinggi punya, gitu lah. Alright. So, if you are able to do this, anticipate the guest needs ataupun the customer needs before they ask, you dah hit that jackpot Okay. Alright, so you read the situational cues. Okay, dia kan when you want to anticipate, kadang you kena observe guest behavior, the context and the environment. This is with all these factors in, you will be able to anticipate the needs before they are being voiced. Okay. Before we go further, I nak tanya, can you please type in the chat box, which generation are you? Are you from baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z? Bit repo same, yes, betul. Okay. Kalau you bit repo lagi senang, sebab you dah Gen Y, late Gen X. I'm Gen X, by the way. Oh, banyak Gen X Ada yang 72 tak? Team Gen X, Gen Y. Ada Gen Z lah, Gen Z. Okay lah. Alright. Okay, so observation. Okay, those from the why I tanya Gen X Those who come from Gen X, baby boomers our time kita tak ada lah ni handphone. Kita kena pakai. Okay, saya why? Okay, kita kena pakai kita punya six sense. Deria semua kena pakai. Okay. Mata kita nak tengok ini body language dia, cara dia cakap, cara dia jalan. Okay, dia bukan stalker kita observe. Dia punya habitual dia macam mana. Mungkin dia datang, dia suka duduk certain corner, nak peace and quiet. X tolak Y jatuh sebab satu kaki je. Betul. Tak cukup tongkat Okay. So we do that. We observe. Okay. Through observation, kita contoh when the guest come, you tengok macam moody tau. And then you bawa macam minyak angin, macam ubat lah. Okay. Then you know the person is not feeling well. Okay. Kadang-kadang you can ask, how are you feeling today? Okay. Jangan nampak obvious macam you ni nak menjaga tepi kain. Tetapi casual enough, warm enough that, the person itulah, I wasn't feeling well, we're traveling, and then, this happened, that happened. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there anything that we can do for you? Okay, we have a spot, level 4, it might help to ease you punya, all this tension, stressing, things like that. Oh, and hotel guests, you get 20% discount. So these are the things that you can do the next. What we can do to help them settle down this situation, okay? Despite observing. Okay, gunalah deria, okay, mata, hidung, telinga, dengar. Okay, dengar ni satu advantage ya, especially if you're in the hotel industry ya. Is that kadang-kadang you tengok kan, family ni datang ramai-ramai apa semua, then dia start berbisik-bisik. Ush, nanti ya, nenek punya birthday apa semua. So, kita ni kepo lah kan. Kita pun Roger geng-geng. Okay, bilik ni, dia orang datang nak celebrate nenek dia punya birthday or something like that. Okay. There always something we can do. Either it's a surprise cake. They may have their own cake, but surprise from us will be like, wow. Alright? Okay. So, always observe. Alright, sekarang difficult nak observe sebab apa ni duk observe phone, social media kan. So you tak nampak what is happening in the surrounding. Sama juga, you guys are from yang mana di KL tu, you ambil public transport tak? Anyone here taking public transport? Okay, public transport especially in KL. I would say 99% most of the patrons, they are always on the phone kan. 99.9% lah. Okay, I took the train. If I go down to KL, I will take public transport because I jadi ada suka drive. But majority will be on the phone. Tak, they don't know what's happening around them. Okay, so for me, safety comes first. And also I suka observe lah orang punya behavior. Okay. Alright, preemptive solution. If you are in your industry, sometimes you boleh predict needs. Okay, like you offer help, refills or direction before being asked. Contohnya, let's say, kata kalau you are a front line, you tengok guest masuk pintu tu mesti tengah-tengah cari nak pergi mana. Okay. So, sometimes it's always okay to step one step ke depan to ask. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Kalau you are in the F&B outlet, you tengok guest tu masuk, tu tengok sana, tengok sini, mean they need something. Okay. Alright, ada tanya you guys. Pernah tak you pergi kedai, you angkat tangan ni sampai krem dah tangan-tangan, but everybody is just like avoiding looking at you. Ada tak? Okay, macam you kena buat smoke signal, nak kena angkat bendera putih orang datang. Ada tak? Every time you try to make eye contact, they like looking away. Like, alamak. Ada tak? Frustrated betul. Anyone? Pernah tak experience? Okay, kadang-kadang you want to refill water, okay, angkat gelas orang nak air lah ataupun tunjuk signal untuk bill kan. Tapi sekarang bill kena bayar counter lah kan, nak scan lah apalah. But the thing is, if you know people come to the counter, you know either they want to order ataupun to bayar. Okay, boleh tanya, you nak apa? Ya lah, orang pergi situ nak bayar kan. Alright. So sometimes you can predict. Bila you know the layout, you know your nature of business, you can actually predict the needs of their client or customer that comes to you. Right? Empower staff. Okay, you also need to train your team members to think one step ahead and take initiative. Empower them to do that. Empower means jangan micromanage tau. Okay, baru start cakap, jangan beli itu. Jangan. Orang menggunakan buat. Bagi, let them make mistake because that's how they learn. Okay. What I do is that I will allow my staff to make decision as long as it doesn't involve a lot of money lah. Okay. Because I will tell them it's okay because to make good decision, you need to make very bad decision. Okay, and you need to learn from those bad decision, then you can make good decision. There's no way you lahir-lahir you dah boleh buat good decision. It will never happen. You just need to keep on doing it. Alright, then you will be good at it. Okay, sama juga. When it comes to service, sometimes bila you senyum kan, tengok-tengok guest jeling kan, macam like apa yang senyum ni? Kan. So kita pun kita kan nak bagi warm. Okay. So some guests they react that way, but that should not stop you to do it to other guests. Okay, because not all guests are like that. Alright. So let's look at personalization strategy. Alright, turning service into signature experiences. So sometimes, most time lah, kalau you know that person, use the guest name. Doesn't matter lah, patient ke, customer ke, I would say even if it's your vendor, your supplier, if you use, you know the name, use the name. Okay, but this will be a stronger interaction. They will feel value and also it build rapport. Okay, because then it become a habit. Kita kan nak create habit, betul tak? Alright. Capture preferences. You track and recall preferences. Kalau you are in the hotel industry, kita we will guest history kan. Kita akan log lah. Okay. Cik Suhaimi kalau datang dia suka sea view. Dia suka level 1 dekat dengan lift. Dia tak tahu siapa dah duduk dekat dengan lift. Okay. Some people like to stay far away lah sebab bising kan, orang keluar masuk lift kan. Okay. So bila you dah ada specific preferences that you know, please lock them down. Okay, tulis so that you boleh recall balik. Okay, what they like, what are the preferences, because this is going to create the wow moments, right? Last but not least, surprise with thoughtfulness. Tadi kita cakap kan, kita guna deria-deria kan. Kita dengar, nampak bawa belon-belon birthday lah, nampak belon macam anniversary pun ada bunga lah. Kita pun tumpah alas kaki kan. So maybe dia orang keluar for the day untuk pergi contoh island hopping ke mana. Cik, dia lah kahwin lah kot. Okay. So kita roger lah dekat housekeeping. Okay, yang ni dia orang datang untuk anniversary. Alright. So nanti make up lah bilik tu. Okay, so dia orang balik unexpectedly. Okay, the petal apa semua. So it makes them like feel very surprised, and this is going to create the wow moment. I think first thing they will do, they take photo kan. Okay, so this is something to shout out lah, shout about. Alright. Okay, in your own industry, ada tak anything you rasa boleh surprise with thoughtfulness? Ada tak? Anyone? Ada tak? Ada tak? Adakah? Adakah? Okay, I did. Alright. Okay, you want to share? You can unmute. Arlene, you want to share? While I got it. Right, I'm going to share screen. Alright, if you need the link, kalau boleh scan, you scan. If you need the link, sekejap saya letak. Yang mana dah boleh scan, masuk, boleh masuk. Ya, give me a minute. I'm sharing Kahoot dengan attendance link. Okay, Kahoot is there. So you can click on that link and then use the game pin 5279956. Alright. So Aimi, Noor, SS, Putra, Zafran, Husnina, all in. Okay, the rest boleh masuk. Babani, Arshad. Alright, Fatin, Ong, Arlene, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ada lagi tak? You have 23. Okay, keep it going. Alright, Linda dah masuk, Liana. Saida. Okay, I'm giving another 2 minutes. So you all masuk. 2 minutes. Last another Suresh masuk dah. Another 2. Ada lagi tak? Okay, keep it going. I'm gonna start soon. 17. Okay, 18. Arlene, you're in. We need another 19, 20. 2 more. Muhammad, are you in? Muhammad, you buat apa tu? You lukis Okay, I'm gonna start. Okay, ready? Ada 5 soalan je. Relax ya, okay? Alright, ready? Okay, 5 habits of customer service pros. Okay, are you guys ready? First question, why are first impressions so important in customer service? Siapa lah? They help fill up survey faster. They help set tone. They guarantee customer loyalty, and they're easy to change later. 9 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 9 betul. Yes, they set the tone for the entire experience. They guarantee customer loyalty. Set the tone dulu. Okay. Alright, let's go to the next one. Oh, ni Ong first. Nur, Suhaimi, Suresh, and Arshad. Alright, let's go to the second question. Which of these can help create wow moment? Okay, next. And then neutral tone. Personalizing service. Following strict rules. Ending conversation quickly. Cepat-cepat kalau tutup kedai. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Personalizing service based on guest preference. Alright. Let's look at the score. I'll maintain. SS, Suresh naik. Okay, next. Third question. What does active listening require? Okay. Is it giving solution? Nodding? Fully understanding? Talking more than customer. Ni bahaya. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ni semua dah jawab. Okay, truly understanding the customer needs. Okay. If you fail to listen, then you tak dengar. Wah. Ong ni pegang terus ni. Okay, Arshad, Suresh, Nur, and Liana. 2020, cantik. Alright, fourth question. Which of the following shows empathy? Ignore customer emotion. Saying, calm down. Acknowledging their feelings. Telling them it's not your fault. Bukan salah Bukan marah ni. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, acknowledging their feelings and offering support. Okay. It's okay to apologize and say sorry walaupun it's not your fault. Right. It's just to make the person feel we are sorry because they're going through a hard time. Right. So Liana, the highest answer streak of 4. Okay. Alright. Nampak Ong ni leading. Okay, 5. What is the sign you have gone beyond the extra mile? You offer guests exactly what requested. You deliver a survey within SOP. You greet them with a script ataupun you anticipate their needs what they ask. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ramai betul ni. Okay, you anticipate the needs before they ask. Right. Okay, let's look at the podium. Noor. Suresh. Podium. Podium kita tahu siapa dia ni. Oh, alright. Congratulations. Okay, we are almost at the end of our session. Syarima, you okay ke? Terkeluar. Alright, let's continue. Ada sini yang tak dinner lagi? Semua dah dinner eh? Alright, next one, almost the end of our session. We're going to look at attend, please study, tak sempat to be dinner. Okay. Alright, atau tengah dinner. Okay. Case study, we're going to look at 4 case study. Kalau you talk about hotel industry ni, Ritz-Carlton dia ada 2 yang sangat very empowering lah. Okay. Number 1, Ritz-Carlton ni dia ada $2,000 rule. That means employer are given and they are allowed to spend $2,000 USD to solve guest issues or create a wow moment, and they don't even need approval. Okay, so that's how far they will go to empower the staff to go beyond the extra mile. Okay, to extend great service. Right. Second one, Joshi the giraffe. Okay, Joshi the giraffe ni, what happened is that, okay, tengok gambar, Joshi ni is a giraffe tau, ni patung giraffe tau. What happened is that this guest, this family, dia orang pergi holiday, I think couple of weeks, and then when they left the hotel, giraffe ni macam bantal busuk okay. So anak dia tertinggal. It was missed and then it was left at the resort. So anak dia biasalah, anak-anak kan tak dapat barang dia nak, dia tantrum lah. So the mother told anak dia, oh tak apa, Joshi actually extended the vacation. So mother call lah Ritz-Carlton and say, you know, we left the giraffe, did you find it? So the loss prevention thing, we thought, okay, we have a look at it and then if we find it, we'll let you know. So mereka pun jumpa lah. But the mother told the guys lah, oh, I told my son that Joshi went for extended holiday. Okay, so puak-puak dia pun, okay, tak apa. Instead of just packing the giraffe and send back to the mother, what they did was they created this Joshi actually extended the holiday. That means kalau tengok ni dia dengan parrot, real friend, dengan another friends, and then working dekat sini, alright. And then also Joshi sunbathing, pergi spa, driving a buggy. And then they actually captured this photo and then letak dalam like a scrapbook and sent together with Joshi as a proof that, okay, Joshi actually was, extended the vacation. So these are the little things kan, yang not just by empowering the staff, but given the staff to create moments ataupun to live it up to them, to their creativity, to create this guest experience kan, they can actually go very far. Sebab kita as individual, we can only think so much, but we have more people on board, not too many lah. We have more people on board, everybody ada the creative side. Okay, so I thought this is worth sharing lah. Alright. Okay, this is Southwest Airlines. They have flexibility, so the staff often bend policies to help in emergency lah, okay, like rebooking at no cost ataupun expedited boarding. Alright. And Zappos, I don't know if you've heard of Zappos. So Zappos customer support ni, they once handled a 10-hour customer call to showcase dia punya extreme commitment to connection and resolution. Sometimes customer ni tak minta banyak tau. Sometimes they just want to know, they want to be heard, to be seen, to be valued, and also they want to know that you are trying your best. Walaupun what we used to do before, kami kan zaman-zaman zaman-zaman yang tak ada device those days we have to rely on our own initiative. So sometimes guest minta ridiculous request tau, yang memang tak boleh buat. But we don't say no upfront, no flat, and say no, I cannot do it. But we tell them, okay, please have a seat, sir. Can I get back to you, or you go back to your room? I find out what I can do. I'll check with my boss. Polisi dah cakap terang-terang no, tetapi we don't say upfront that it's a no, but we tell them we'll get back to you. Give me half an hour. I'll speak to my boss about it and see how best I can help you with this. Okay. So what we did was, okay, pergi minum kat cafe, makan ice cream dulu, relax dulu, half an hour call back. Oh, sorry, Mr. Peter, I'm sorry, but we tried. We are unable to do this because it's also part of the policy. Is there anything else that we can offer? Okay, always offer something else ataupun always open. Sometimes you can also partner with the customer to try and solve the problem. Sometimes customer pun dia ada some ideas as well. So it's okay to partner with them. Alright? So summary, ingat lagi tak? What are the 5 habits of wow service pros? Ingat tak? If you ingat, you boleh unmute ataupun you can type in the chat box before I go through the 5 habits. Kau memory loss lah. Cerita habis ni memory loss. Ada ke? Anyone? Ingat lagi ke? I'm going to share again at the end the attendance link. So make sure you all please complete the attendance so that I can update you punya attendance dekat apa nama? NTW platform. Once I tick your attendance kat situ, okay, next what you need to do before you boleh dapat you punya cert adalah you need to complete the TE assessment. Once you complete that, submit. Lepas tu automatically your apa nama certificate will be generated. Alright, okay. Anyone boleh ingat tak? You can unmute. We are almost at the end of our session. Sorry guys, extended sikit lah. Ada ke? Alah ke I cakap seorang-seorang ni. Turning serving to signature experience. Okay, Arlene. Anyone else? 5 habits yang kita nak buat. Yang mamak tu ingat tak? Mamak. Then what else?
Use guest name, sebut nama.
Okay. Use guest name. Could be personalization. Alright, anyone else? You can unmute if you want. Cepat sikit. Kita type lambat What else? Ada 5 semua. Empathy. Okay, Zaida, empathy. Empathy, sympathy sama tak? Surprise with thoughtfulness. Okay, Arlene. Cik Arlene je ni. Hello, yang lain gimana? Asyik Aileen, Suhaini, Zaida je. Ada tak? Ada tak lagi? Okay. Alright. So, the 5 habits is first impression. Ingat tak? First impression, first 7 second tu. Okay, you master your greetings, nada suara, your body language, intonation. Kadang-kadang it's good to practice in front of the camera. Ataupun these days what you do, camera like mirror. These days what you do, record lah. Okay, you record yourself. Okay, capture preference, anticipate before they ask. Okay, great. Arshad and Jaga. Okay, first impression, first 7 seconds, guys. Master greetings, body language, and tone to instantly earn the guest trust. Alright, if you're on the phone, do you need to smile and talk ataupun buat muka serius boleh cakap? Does it, will there be a difference in your tone when you smile or you don't smile when you speak on the phone? If there is, type 1. If there's not, type 2. Is there a difference tak? You angkat phone with a smile and without a smile. Kan? Okay. Alright, yes, there is a difference. Okay, so pick up a phone, especially when you're picking up from the client. Hello, morning. Aduh, ini supplier ni kaki pukul boleh kan? Alright, so morning, how are you? Walaupun tadi kena maki dengan bos, angkat phone, control. Okay, control gentle, gentleman sikit Alright. Okay, so master greeting, body language, and tone to instantly earn the guest trust. All right. Number two, empathetic listening. Okay, correct. Use active listening, emotional insight to uncover true needs. Proactive problem solving. Okay, anticipate tadi tu, address issues before they arise. Okay. Personalization, yes, Cik Suhaimi, personalization. Okay, use the guest name. Customize experience to make every guest feel uniquely valued. Last but not least, one moment is by using your creativity. Okay, creativity ni kadang tak pakai duit pun. Ataupun even if you smart, tak pakai duit pun kan. Okay. Take up the initiative, use some creativity and autonomy to deliver delightful, memorable touches. Okay, so these are the 5 habits. I hope that you all boleh apply in your day-to-day. All right. And also use it at your workplace. I think use it as even you try to network apa semua kan. So um, I hope this will be helpful. All right. So I'm sharing you. Is there any question? Though? All right. I've also put up the post review link. Attendance, guys, please. Yang belum complete attendance, please do so. Okay, I will process tonight your attendance. Then you can complete the TE assessment. Okay, scan QR, share what you've learned. Share whether ala boring lah, sejam cakap banyak okay, ataupun share like oh you've learned something, you want to apply something. Yeah, what do you think about customer service development in Malaysia? I would say I think overall let's say overall industry there are challenges in the workforce when the newer younger generation who actually grow in the COVID zone because of the isolation. Socially, they're having difficulty to connect, but they can always uh, go through some training, go through some coaching, even mentoring by the seniors to be able to open up and have this feel about connecting with people. That's how I personally feel about it. But rasa when you come to hotel industry pun, it is challenging. Firdaus, mana Firdaus? Firdaus, you punya side, is it challenging tak dengan staff member when it comes to extend customer service to the guest? Firdaus ada lagi ya? Firdaus. Challenging tak? Okay, when those generation that is going into the workforce are those who are studying and also completing the higher education during zone. Okay, very challenging kan. Kita nak hadap, saya nak hadap anak Gen Z pun cakap satu dia main 10 dia pukul kan. Okay, lepas tu dengan rolling eyes lagi cakap dia ni, you berdunia dengan orang janganlah ada rolling eyes sangat kan. Okay, so yeah, it is actually they are a very talented generation. They have the skills that we don't have. It's just how kita nak unlock that that potential and to open up to them that this is how you connect to people kan. They're more connected to things like video games, things like social media. Social media kan hidup berpura-pura kan. Okay. So all this thing memang affect lah when it comes to customer service. Alright. Did I answer your question, Ali? Okay. And it's also sometimes about bridging the gap from different generations. They need to understand how we think and um, they need a lot of explanation lah. Okay, so kita kena be very patient. What is my opinion regarding customer always right? Yang ni Okay, customer always right ni it's not something that we really use these days lah. Okay. Sometimes when it comes to me you know those people orang panggil Karen, tahu tak? Yang buat kecoh tu kan. Okay. So people like that, I will always use policy. Okay, use policy. Definitely, when the credit is due, we give it to them. But kita rasa kalau request tu macam tak masuk akal, we need to tell them. Be transparent about it. Sometimes the guests are just testing you. kan? Especially tengok yang takut-takut, malu-malu tu, siap lah, tak kena. Okay. So, customer is always right. Macam tadi ingat tak Cik Suhaimi cerita yang pasal ayam tu kan? There's only one chicken. But there's always something we can do to ease, nak tenangkan keadaan. Okay, sebab kita tak tahu, he may be going some difficult situation as well. Okay. So, customer is always right. You kena always tengok the context is whether it's going against your policy, whether it's something like a very ridiculous request, then yang tu tak boleh pakai lah. Okay, you must have a stand and you must be firm, right? Customer also appreciate kalau you are being transparent about it. But being transparent is how you cakap tau. Okay, you pernah dengar people say agree to disagree, pernah dengar kan? Okay, yes, but you cannot tell them they're wrong. Benda tu akan affect their ego. Alright, so you agree at the same time. Oh, okay, maybe then you corner sikit, okay, ke arah jalan yang betul. Alright, so sebab zaman I dulu, kami punya customer memang genuine. Zaman sekarang, banyak customer nak take advantage, especially if they want some freebies. Dia buat kecoh dia buat kalut, dia buat sana complain, I want to go on TripAdvisor, I want to go on spread bad words lah, apa semua. This happens. Boleh I share satu tak? I know we're very late already. I ada satu guest ni, yang check in tu is auntie tau. Yang buat booking tu, dia duduk kat US. So bilik kita, dia booking tu double room, tapi masuk 4 orang. Boleh tak I tanya you all? Boleh tak kalau bilik tu, we're talking about 2 adults and 2 big kids Okay, tak boleh, yes. When it comes to safety it's your responsible. So it's a no. You menangis, teriak air mata darah tu, I'm sorry. Kalau kids younger below 12 boleh gagah, tapi tengok size okay. Sebab kalau there's any accident happen in the room, you are responsible. So I will use this and tell the guests. Okay? So this auntie ni actually check in, having a good time semua. Tiba-tiba anak dia call from US. Perempuan lah, dia kerek gila lah, US kan. Sampai nak ambil lawyer semua sebab kata we treated the auntie macam orang kampung lah apa. Elah, the auntie tak ada apa pun. Anyway, they were staying in one room anyway. Tak ada pun nak split-split bilik. Cuma kita bagi bigger room, kita upgrade to triple room sebab budak seorang tu kecil kan. So she was attacking us sampai nak sue lah apalah. By right, you're not even in house. You cannot speak on behalf of the guests yang tak ada complain. Okay? So I punya statement ni customer always right I punya statement tau. Yang buat dia hangin tu, I kata dia perhaps in the future, you should find accommodation that suit to your needs. Benda ni memang kena ego dia. Oh, siap call the torture I punya front office. Torture, ugut-ugut, threaten tau. Okay, these are the sort of guests that we should not, bukan tak mau give face, kadang dah melampau-lampau lah. You're not even there, you shouldn't do that lah. Okay, sebab kena ingat, kita punya front line need to be protected as well. Okay, I hope I answer your question Alright, please scan QR, you screenshot. You can do this later, ataupun yang tak boleh scan tu, the link is there. Please drop me your review. Okay, I still have another 7 more programs to go. This year we did total of 13 programs for NTW. Last year we did 7. So I hope you guys please register and enjoy learning. Anyway, thank you very much. Okay, if you guys are on LinkedIn, please connect because I do post quite actively. So I would like to hear your sharing as well. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile. You can scan or find me. Nama pun pelik, screenshot pun boleh. Okay, so I look forward to connect with you guys. All right, tomorrow we have electrical safety. So whoever joining, you're most welcome. And for your information, I'm using one Zoom link for all our training, Okay, except on the 10th, all right? All other training, I'm using one Zoom link. So you takkan tercicir mana-mana lah, all right? Okay, if there's anything else that you want to ask, for me, different location, different customer service, very correct, especially between famous area kan. Sometimes, if you ask me, most of the time from my own experience, those yang have people yang really T20 tak cerewet tau. They know what they want and they're willing to pay for it. And they appreciate you punya effort. Yang kerek ni adalah yang B40 going to T20 duduk tengah-tengah tu. Yang baru nak berdunia kayangan kan. Those are the ones yang they lack of respect. They treat people like rubbish, like trash, and still they say they're right. Okay, so these are the type of people lah. Okay, agree, boleh panjang lah. Okay, these are for me you need to appreciate people doing service to you tau. Okay, don't treat people kind lah. Okay, orang keluar cari makan, mencari rezeki yang halal. You know what's wrong with that? No, be nice and be human lah. Okay, and be kind. Kita ni human being kan. Alright. Okay, that's all from me. Kan, sedih lah. Alright, okay. Thank you so much, guys. Alright, we extended 30 minutes. I was trying to go as fast as I can, but since you all are very active, okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Join me again on the 5th untuk housekeeping. Tomorrow, electrical safety. Okay, nanti check out lah kita punya schedule lah. Alright, okay guys, thank you so much. Good night. Gonna have dinner. Yang lapar tu sorry lah. Okay, gastric lah tunggu nak habis session. Okay, Cik Saimi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
guys.
See you next class.
Yes. See you guys. Bye. Good night. Alah, I nak ambil gambar. You all dah keluar eh? Shit. No.
Belum.
Hey, you guys are around? Sorry. I want to take photo. Okay, yang ada, don't move. Please on your camera, let me take photo. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, yang ada lah. Alamak. Sorry guys, I forgot about it. Itulah excited sangat you are. Okay, kita ada balance only 30, but let's just do it anyway. Yang mana boleh on camera, please on camera. Firdaus, if you're the rest of the team, sama duduk sama tempat, you can also do that. Anyone else nak on camera? Zaida nak on camera ke Arlene? Sorry, I forgot all about it. Okay, ready? I babak ni hampir sikit. Alright, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Apalah, video ada kan? Dia capture dah sana. Okay, I will share with you guys photos as well. Yang tinggal seciput ni. Anyway, I try to screenshot from the video lah. Alright, okay, thank you so much. And sorry for taking time. And see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.